enjoy this. My birthday was Monday. Now I finally get to go home and enjoy it with some Burger King. Here I come, baby! Yeah. Burger King! Yeah. Burger King! Yeah. Yo! And talk to Bob Bear, because he's my man. Don King, kiss my ass.
What's up, boxing fans? As usual, I know I say it for every single video, but thank you so much for tuning in. I really, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, do appreciate it. Remember, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. If you're coming back again, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Honestly, can't thank you guys enough. It's really good to be filming again and just talking boxing, right? And to hear what different opinions people have on various subjects is always interesting. All right, this subject, an interesting one today. Floyd Mayweather. You know the title. Is Floyd Mayweather underappreciated? I believe so. And it's weird because I was speaking to my missus downstairs and we were going back and forth in this conversation for quite a while. So it'd be good to get people's opinions on it. I said that, let me give you what she said first, in fact. Her first argument was that, look, in a matter of a couple of months, or 6-7 weeks, Floyd Mayweather is going to potentially have career earnings of over $1 billion. That alone shows that he's not underappreciated. People are paying to watch him. And I was like, they're paying to see him lose. It's kind of a different thing, right? Am I fair in saying that? He almost polarizes opinions. If you think of someone like Prince Nassim Hamed, and even Chris Eubank to an extent, people were paying to watch them get hit on the chin and go down. That was what we were paying for. I remember, and I'm a big Prince Nassim Hamed fan, I remember watching thinking, someone's just gonna land one. Someone please land one. And I almost feel that's the way with Floyd Mayweather. People think he's cocky, people think he's arrogant, people think he's obnoxious, people think he's vile, and people are paying to see if the person they put in front of him can actually beat him up. So yes, he's gonna make over $1 billion, and well done to him, but is it all for fans that are wanting and cheering him on? Sorry, is it all for fans that are cheering him on? Are these genuine fans, or are these people just wanting to see him lose? I think there's a big difference. So yes, I go over a point, he's made $1 billion, but I don't see that as a level of appreciation. I just think it's the fact that we are paying to watch someone get beaten up, which he's not proven, or which has not been done so far. You know what it is? I'm guilty of underappreciating Floyd as well. And I say this because on my Twitter page, I done a poll. I said, who is the greatest sportsman of this generation? So probably who's the greatest sportsman of the last 25 years, or 20 years, I think I said. And I picked 4 people. I said Michael Phelps, unbelievable. Usain Bolt, Mr. Olympic King himself. Tiger Woods, and Roger Federer, Mr. 18 Grand Slams himself. 18 or 19, Roger? Anyway, so yeah, and someone came back to me and said, what about Floyd? And I was like, what about Floyd? Very true. Very good point. This is a guy that won 3 Golden Gloves tournaments. 3 Golden Gloves, won the US Nationals, got robbed, let's be honest, in the 96 Olympics. Should have at least been fighting for the gold medal, but got robbed in his fight and ended up getting the bronze. But most people think he was the best fighter in the tournament. I think he actually won best fighter in the tournament. Could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong. And then has got a ridiculous record of 49-0. 49-0, 5-weight world champion, has fought numerous world champions, and people still, in conversations about greatest sportsmen of this era, I rarely hear his name mentioned. I rarely hear his name mentioned. Yes, people will say, look, he didn't take the fight when he should have. So we didn't get to see him fight Miguel Cotto when Cotto was a killer at 147. When Paul Williams was a killer at 147. When Mosley was killer at 147. And Margarito. They're the kind of 4 names I always hear about a lot. Pacquiao at 147 maybe as well. We didn't get to see him fight all those guys at their peak. Guys, I'm a boxing aficionado. I can name, you name your greatest fighter, I can probably pick out fights that he didn't take. Mine is probably Muhammad Ali. I think every single fighter out there had some way or somewhat dodged another 2 or 3 fighters they should have taken. It's just how boxing is. If the money isn't right, if the reward doesn't outweigh the risk, they're not doing it. And that's just boxers in general. Believe you me, that's just how it happens. But Floyd seems to get a lot more stick for doing it than most. Is it because he wears the TBE hat? I don't know. But what's wrong with him wearing the TBE hat? What's wrong with you thinking you're the greatest ever? There shouldn't be anything wrong with that. I think people today are so fixated with sports stars of yesteryear. It's almost like you could do anything. I mean, there could be a boxer that's 150-0, and this is a bit ridiculous, a bit hyperbole, but it could be a boxer that has a ridiculous record and still Sugar Ray Robinson will be the best, even though people have never really seen him fight, and this is the people that I'm talking to around my age group. There'll be certain people that will always be a number 1, 2, 3, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. No matter what, you could do anything. So why can't boxers ascend to be in those figures? Why can't Floyd say to himself, yeah, I am the best ever. I've beaten numerous champions. I am undefeated. I have done business savvy things outside the ring. Surely these things count for something. No? I don't know. Look, am I saying he's the greatest ever? Of course not. Am I saying I think Floyd's underappreciated for what he's done in the ring? Of course, yes. I think this May Mac tour has almost highlighted it for me as well. We have people, MMA journalists mainly, and Conor fans, and some boxing fans, I've seen their posts on Twitter, actually give Conor McGregor a chance at beating. Look, if Floyd was fighting right now, to this day, it'll be the pound for pound number 1. I mean, right now, it's kind of tossed up between Andre, Vasil, and GGG. If Floyd was fighting right now, it'd be the pound for pound number 1, unbeaten for 20 plus years. Think of that for a second. So, there's people out there that think Conor McGregor, who's never had a professional fight, who looks really bad in sparring, from rumors we've heard, has maybe 2 or 3 amateur fights, is going to be our pound for pound number 1 boxer. That's what I mean about underappreciation. And I wonder if it's an underappreciation of the sport in general. Is it a case of people just don't understand boxing and how difficult boxing is, that they think someone who's never ever had a boxing fight professionally can be our greatest fighter of this generation? Do you kind of get what I'm saying when I mean underappreciated now? And back to the argument about those 4 athletes that many people think are the greatest of this generation. So you look at someone like Roger Federer, who won, when did Roger Federer win his first Grand Slam? I think 2004. And he went on a dominant run. And look, I'm the biggest Roger Federer fan, don't get me wrong, but went on a dominant run. He's kind of had a little slump in the last 4 or 5 years, and now he's come back. Sorry, my light just kind of flashed there, a bit crazy. And now he's come back. So there's definitely been a bit of a resurgence, but he went for a slump. So that slump in boxing terms would kind of amount to maybe a couple of losses. And then you kind of resurface and you do your thing. Almost like what Miguel Cotto did when he had a couple of losses, got with Freddie Roach, and then went on that little run where he beat Sergio Martinez, Danny Gill, etc., etc. So yeah, and then got Usain Bolt, who became a superstar at the Beijing Olympics and has done awesome things since then. The Beijing Olympics were in 2008. So he's had 9 years of dominance. Yeah? Tiger Woods hasn't done anything for the last 6 or 7 years, and Michael Phelps, forget it, he's on a Mount Rushmore himself. He's fantastic. So, in comparing them to Floyd, Floyd's been doing this at a top level for 20 years. Floyd's been world champion since he was, 21, 22? Could be wrong. It's ridiculous. It's unbelievable. And does he get appreciation? I don't think so. I mean, I don't see... Again, is it because of what he does outside the ring? Is that the problem? If that is, then... Again, sports stars shouldn't be judged for what they do outside of their sport. They really shouldn't be. I get it, it's difficult to kind of separate the two. But Floyd as a boxer isn't the same as Floyd as what he does outside the ring. Not that I don't care about what he does, because I think some things are wrong, like the wife beating, and I get it, he does all the stripper clubs, and people don't like the flashing of money. But that's outside the ring. What he does in the ring is fantastic. And he's not appreciated for it. In terms of outside of the boxing realm, I think boxing fans really appreciate him. I think anything else don't. When they talk about the greatest sportsman alive, I constantly hear names mentioned and I don't hear Floyd. You know, I constantly hear other names mentioned and Floyd isn't one of them. And I'm like, kind of is. It kind of is. I mean, his record is phenomenal in boxing. Every boxer slips up. Every single boxer slips up and gets tagged by someone they shouldn't get tagged by. You look at even someone like, even Muhammad Ali. When Muhammad Ali got hit by Henry Cooper, and then his corner had to kind of delay tactics, so he survived. Everyone gets tagged by someone. Floyd Mayweather doesn't or hasn't to this extent, and you've got to think this is fantastic, right? Wrong, it isn't, because no one appreciates it. But look, guys, am I ranting or is this a true fact? I mean, are we just not appreciating the greatness that we are seeing in front of us? And this is a guy that is 49-0, soon to be 50-0, has fought a who's who in the boxing world, has moved through 5 different weight classes, had a good amateur record, should have won Olympic gold, and is still doing this, well, I say still doing this part-time really at 40 years of age. I mean, really? Leave your comments below. Peace.